My name is Nidal Wadi, and welcome to I Love College Pod. This is a new podcast that we're going to be producing through Lone Star College Montgomery Arts Department. You can find us on YouTube at LSC-M Arts and on Instagram at LSC-M Arts. I'm very excited to be producing a podcast. I'll give a little background on myself first. I'm 20 years old, soon to be 21, the second year college student here at Lone Star College Montgomery. I took a gap year after high school graduation because I had no direction and didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, like at all. So after a year, I figured, well, I guess I could give college a try. It seems like a place for people to go who don't have a lot of direction, who maybe need a push in the right field. So I decided to enroll at Lone Star College Montgomery, and after a semester, I decided to start participating in the theater productions because it's something that I was very passionate about in high school. Of course, we got to production on a musical called Mamma Mia last spring. It was very exciting, spring 2020. And that 2020 comes with a note of doom because, as we all know, right around spring break 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, and we had to halt all productions. It's been a rough 5 to 6 months sitting around having no work to do, basically. Classes started up not too long ago, and now we're figuring out new digital avenues to explore in our arts department season. Podcasting is one of those new avenues. So I'm very grateful to Professor Emmy Levine here at Lone Star College Montgomery for giving myself the opportunity to produce one. It's a dream that I've had since I was maybe 12 or 13 years old. And I first discovered this voice talking to me through a podcast. It was like magic. I was like, oh, I'm not alone. For however long this is playing, I have some company. And it's a medium that I really latched onto and have always been very closely connected with. So I'm excited that I'm getting to host one that's produced through my school. The name, I Love College. I do not intend for this show to be particularly pro or anti-school. I myself have had a very trying relationship with education ever since, well, as long as I can remember, pretty much about 5th or 6th grade. I started to be very anti-school, which is why I decided after graduation, I'm not going to do it. But here we are. I changed my mind. I grew. And that's what life post K-12 schooling is all about, I think. So the title I Love College isn't just to say I love my school or I love my teachers, I love my assignments. I don't like most of those things, but what I do love is all of the new opportunities to be able to meet new people, produce new exciting pieces of work, and basically build a lot of connections that will hopefully prove to be valuable as I move forward. I'm planning to interview some people that are very near and dear to me here in the first handful of episodes. I'd like to speak to people from my life who have valuable perspectives to offer. These are going to be people who maybe are in college currently, maybe have been through college, have achieved their degrees, and some who maybe have not achieved their degrees. And this is just as a way to show that this show is going to be a place that's comfortable for people from a whole mess of different backgrounds. I'm very excited to put it on, and I hope that we can get, just like an ounce of positivity out of this thing because I would like for this show to not be a place where we sit around and talk about all of the terrible things that are happening. And it doesn't matter which quote-unquote side you are on in terms of what's going on in our world. I feel like everyone can pretty much agree that it's tough. So I'm hoping that this show can be just a little bit of light with some fresh perspectives. Now, a lot of questions that I ask myself when thinking about producing a podcast. I mean, I tend to be very self-defeating, a little self-deprecating, as I'm sure hopefully some people will be able to relate to. But why a podcast? Why would anybody want to listen to this? Why do you think that you could do this? You're not having celebrities on. People aren't going to have anything interesting to share, blah, 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 all that stuff. I'm throwing that out the window because I don't believe in valuing somebody based on their chosen career path. I believe anybody, regardless of where they're at in their life, has their own experience that can be shared. And if sharing that can prove to be positive for anyone else in any small way, then I believe we'll be making something worthwhile here with this show. It's not huge. It's not about me. I don't want this to have an air of self-importance around it, like, ooh, look at me. I get to talk in front of a microphone and you have to hear all my thoughts. And why don't you learn everything about me? That's not what this is. This is just people sharing their experiences and their perspectives in hopes that we can shine some light on the dreary, doomsday-esque vibes that 2020 has been giving off. As of right now, we're looking into the avenues that this show is going to be released through. It's definitely going to be put out on YouTube. Our YouTube channel for the arts department is LSC-M Arts. I'll say it again. You can find this episode and our other episodes there. Hopefully, until further notice, we're going to be looking into ways to get this onto other popular podcasting platforms. So I plugged our social media and our YouTube channel, and I believe that's pretty much all I have to say.